very good friends, and Mike, I was helping him produce some stuff. I'd already written and produced some music of my own, and I helped Mike. He would go out on the weekends and sing, and so he asked me to help him put together a demo, a tape to sell on the weekends. And then one day he came to me and he said, "Hey, I've got this buddy named Toby McGlynn, and he writes raps, and he wants somebody to help him put together a demo." And so I took Toby and Mike up to the studio in Jersey, in South Jersey, where I used to record all the time, and literally helped them write some songs, sang backup vocals, arranged vocals, played keyboards, all kinds of stuff. Helped them produce a demo, and it had 10 songs on it. It was a full demo.
That's their first?
Heavenbound. That was their very first one, and they took the demo tape to a record company, and that's what they got signed with, and the record company released the demo as their first record. I mean, like, changed nothing. Didn't change the artwork. They only changed one thing. You know what it was? They took my name out of everything. I'm not kidding. And you know what? I didn't find out about it until 10 years. I'm not kidding. I have the original demo tape that I made them. It's a cassette. And my name is on there 15 times. Vocals by Vic Mignogna, co-written by Vic Mignogna, arranged by Vic Mignogna, 15 times. And 10 years later, I was in a Blockbuster music store, and I was just killing time, and I went to the Christian music aisle, and here they've got 3 or 4 records out by this time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I pulled out a CD, and it was the exact same artwork as the demo tape, and I'm like, wow, this is exactly the same, and I bought it just for nostalgia's sake, and I took it home and opened it up. Not one, my name was not there one time. They had pulled my name from everything. Yeah.
Screw those guys.
Well, can I tell you the end of the story? I love these guys. I mean, they were friends of mine. I mean, in college, you know. So I didn't do anything when I found this out for a while. And then I met a friend who was a music attorney. And I just told him the story over lunch, literally just casual conversation. And he's like, "Are you kidding? Dude, you're sitting on tons of money. They've sold hundreds of thousands of records." And I said, "Really? I mean, really?" And he said, "Why haven't you done anything about this?" And I said, "Well, because, I mean, they were friends, and I don't know, it just feels really, you know, it feels wrong to sue them." And he said, "Well, let me see what I can come up with." So I gave him the demo tape, and he contacted the record label's attorney. And they wrote him back and said, "Well, there's no question that Vic is owed something for this, but why did it take him so long to come forward?" And he told them what I told him, and that is that I didn't think they had done this, and then I just couldn't bring myself to sue my friends. And it turned out that we settled. I mean, there was no court case; it was an open and shut thing. But we settled for about 1/5 of what I should have gotten had I brought it 5 years earlier. Brought the suit. So I love the guys. I think to this day, I choose to tell myself that it was the record label behind them who probably, let's kind of streamline this and let's just make it all about you 3 guys. And funny story, I'm sorry, 10 seconds. I went to a concert that they were doing years later, and I made my way up to the front of the stage, and Mike Tate saw me while they were performing, and he's all excited, and he waves me around, tells the security guys when they got done performing to let me through, and I went backstage with him, and we're all hugs and everything, and Kevin Smith, who is the third one, there's Toby, Mike, and Kevin. Well, Kevin was throwing a little tantrum because he didn't want to wear the same sweatshirt that the other 2 were wearing when they went to sign autographs. Toby's in charge, and Toby wanted them all to wear the same thing. And so Kevin didn't want to. And he stormed out of the dressing room, and Toby came up to me and he put his arm around me and said, "You'll never know how many times I thought about how much I wish I would have asked you to be the 3rd person in this group." And I'm like, so that might have been fun. It would have been a completely different life had I done that. But all things happen for a reason. So.